Guests, may I have your attention, please? The ceremony will begin in 3 minutes. Please take your seats. During the ceremony, we ask that you do not stand in the aisles or anywhere else that will block the view of others who are seated. Only students and required personnel are allowed on the court. Thank you for your cooperation.
They have us sitting right here in front of it.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Rice University Jones Graduate School of Business MBA commencement ceremony. Before we begin, please take a moment to silence your electronic devices. And now, please rise and join us in welcoming the procession of our University and Jones School leadership, faculty, and the class of 2024.
Good afternoon and welcome. Please be seated. Good afternoon. I am Barbara Bennett Ostick, Senior Associate Dean of Degree Programs and Professor of Finance at the Jesse H. Jones Graduate School of Business at Rice University. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the Jones Graduate School, welcome to the graduation ceremony for the graduates of the Rice University MBA Class of 2024. I would like to extend a very special welcome to the parents, grandparents, spouses, children, in-laws, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, significant others, and any insignificant others of the graduates of the MBA class of 2024. We are very pleased that each of you could be here with us in person. It is wonderful to have you all and our graduates with us here today and to see the stands filled with our special guests. Today marks the graduation of the Jones School's 47th graduating class. In marking the successful completion of the degree, we acknowledge the countless hours in class, the team meetings, the many cases, presentations, papers, and exams, all of the hard work, dedication, and discipline that has gone into learning this body of knowledge and earning this degree. We will now proceed to conferring the degrees, an act that defines our basic mission as an academic enterprise. We are honored that President Reginald DesRoches joins us today to confer the Master of Business Administration degree on our 2024 graduates. Please join me in welcoming the 8th President of Rice University, President Reginald DesRoches, to the podium.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right. Let me first thank Barbara, Peter, and the rest of the administration from the business school for doing such an outstanding job of leading this great program. As was mentioned, I'm Reggie DesRoches, the president of Rice University. And before conferring your degrees, I'd like to begin by giving thanks. During your time at Rice, our faculty and staff have dedicated themselves to nurturing that potential in each of you, and I want to take a moment to thank them for the ongoing support and encouragement. Your accomplishments are also due in part to the dedication, to the loving encouragement, and to the extraordinary support of your family members and friends who have championed each of you. Many of them are here today. To thank them for their support, I would like all of our graduating students to rise, if you're able, and acknowledge what others have done for you. Thank you. You may be seated. Completing an MBA takes discipline, initiative, and focus. The skills you've gained in pursuit of your degree go well beyond your finance, economics, and marketing knowledge. Advanced degrees pressure you to sharpen your technical and scholarly knowledge while also forcing you to enhance your communication and teamwork skills. You are also pushed to stay disciplined as you delve into some of the most complex topics in academics. These skills will make you a successful leader as you become an even more productive member of society. While this may be your last degree you obtain, I hope you will continue your pursuit of knowledge. I encourage you to keep learning and acquiring new skills, wisdom, and perspectives that enhance your thinking as a well-rounded person. I challenge you to continue to push yourself, try new things, get outside of your comfort zone, do things that are exceptionally hard and perhaps even uncomfortable. This is when you will grow intellectually and emotionally. Most of you have been at Rice for 2 or 3 years pursuing your master's degree. I hope that in that time you have come to appreciate what makes Rice a truly special place. And I hope you establish friendships that will last you a lifetime. You are now forever part of the Rice family, which includes more than 64,000 living alumni around the world. Like you, they share immense pride in Rice and the accomplishments of all its graduates, you now included. In closing, all of us at Rice are thrilled to be part of your celebration. We applaud your persistence, your incredible talent, your achievements, and your focus, as well as your aspirations. We send our best wishes as you embark upon the path that lies ahead, and we hope it will bring you back to this campus many, many times. We look forward to welcoming you back when you return, and we say congratulations. Now, let's make it official and confer your degrees. Will all students please rise for the conferral of the degree? Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Rice University, I confer upon those whose names will appear on the registrar's official list the degree of Master of Business Administration and admit to you all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges appropriate to the degree. Congratulations.
Thank you, President DeRoche, for joining us and honoring our graduates. We now continue with the recognition of our students. Please join me. Oh, you know what? You may be seated. What the heck? That was good, though. Very impressive. Please join me in welcoming George Andrews, Associate Dean of Degree Programs, to the podium to lead this portion of the program. George?
You've worked long and hard for this moment. The Jones School community is pleased to recognize and celebrate your achievements this afternoon. One of the privileges of serving as Associate Dean is seeing the impactful student experience that exists because of the efforts of our students and those who support them. Each year, we benefit significantly from leaders of our student government associations and our wide variety of student-led clubs, organizations, and student initiatives. I ask that the following student leaders stand and remain standing. Will the Rice Business Student Association leaders for each program please stand and be recognized? We have more. Will the leaders of our signature student-run initiatives, including the Rice Energy Finance Summit, the Women in Leadership Conference, the Veterans Business Battle, Rice Clean Tech Innovation Competition, and Board Fellows, please join and stand to be recognized. Finally, will the remaining leaders of our many Rice business associations and clubs please stand and be recognized? I imagine you're looking around, as am I, at the number of students who are now standing. It truly takes a village. We are grateful to these student leaders and their contributions, breathing life into the school's mission. Please join me in a final round of applause and appreciation. Thank you, leaders. You may be seated. I now have the honor of welcoming Brian Jackson, class of 2021, President of the Rice Business Alumni Association Board. Brian will announce the M.A. Mike Wright recipients.
Hey, thank you, George. It's truly a pleasure and privilege to be here this afternoon, and on behalf of all Rice Business alumni and the Rice Business Alumni Association Board, to welcome you to our alumni community. We're looking forward to helping you remain connected to the school, involved with our community and each other, and engaged as you begin your post-MBA journey. I now have the opportunity to announce the M.A. Wright Award recipients. The M.A. Wright Award is named for Mike Wright, former chairman of Cameron Iron Works and the first chairman of the Jones School Board of Advisors. This prestigious award is determined based on nominations from members of the graduating class for the student who best models leadership, exemplary service, and significant contributions to the Jones Graduate School of Business. We will recognize one student in each of our MBA programs. When your name is called, please stand to be recognized. You will also receive a plaque when you cross the stage of your classmates at the end of the ceremony. The recipient of the 2024 M.A. Wright Award for the full-time MBA program is Ahmed Tipu. The recipient of the 2024 M.A. Wright Award for the MBA for Executives program is Daniel Williamson. The recipient of the 2024 M.A. Wright Award for the MBA for Professionals evening program is Nikki Suarez. The recipient of the 2024 M.A. Wright Award for the MBA for Professionals weekend program is Ben Provenza. The recipient of the 2024 M.A. Wright Award for the MBA at Rice program is Sarah Abakar. Congratulations again to all of you graduating today, and special thanks to Ahmed, Daniel, Nikki, Ben, and Sarah for their exceptional contributions to the class of 2024. Let's give them all a final round of applause.
Thank you, Brian, and thank you, George. I now welcome Professor Jing Zhou, Deputy Dean of Academic Affairs, and Mary Gibbs Jones, Professor of Management, to the podium to present the Faculty Teaching Awards. Jing?
Thank you, Barb. One of the annual traditions we have is to honor the outstanding professors who have been teaching our graduates. These awards are especially meaningful to our faculty because they are selected by the graduating students. I will announce the award winners for each of our MBA programs and ask each professor to stand and remain standing until all winners are announced. Please hold your applause until the end. The recipient of the award for teaching excellence as selected by the class of 2024 for the full-time MBA program is Professor Balaji Koka. Professor Koka is not with us today because he is teaching. He's leading a group of first-year full-time students in the global field experience in Chile. The class of 2024 MBA for executives selected Petria Ferreira. The class of 2024 MBA for professionals evening students selected Professor Kunal. The class of 2024 MBA for professionals weekend students selected Professor Prashant Kel. The recipient for this year's teaching award for the MBA at Rice program is Professor John Buffington. Professor Buffington sent his thanks from his home in Washington, D.C., where he remotely welcomes our online students each week. The next award differs from the others. This recipient is chosen by the alumni who graduated 2 and 5 years ago. The winner of the 2024 Alumni Teaching Excellence Award is Professor Gopal Dalakia. Finally, I'd like to acknowledge Professor Ben Lansford, who this morning won the Undergraduate Business Teaching Award. Ben? Thank you. Congratulations to all the award winners.
Thank you, Dean Joe, and thank you for serving as our mace bearer, leading the processional today, and for your leadership all year long. It is now my privilege to introduce to you the Dean of Rice University's Jesse H. Jones Graduate School of Business, Peter Rodriguez. Dean Rodriguez joined the Jones School in 2016. We knew that Peter would lead over an exciting period of change for the Jones School. We just didn't know exactly where all the drivers of that excitement would come from. Peter has led us in a period of growth on every dimension: programs, students, and faculty. This has not been growth for growth's sake, but purposeful growth for impact, an impact you will all continue to see and benefit from as alumni. Before welcoming Peter to the podium, I would simply like to thank him on behalf of the Rice Business family for his steadfast leadership over the past 8 years and for his always remarkably calm and thoughtful approach to making the best decisions and driving the best outcomes for our exceptional institution. Please help me in welcoming Dean Peter Rodriguez.
Thank you all. Great to see you, class of 2024. Before we let her get too far away, I want to acknowledge that my colleague, who always gives such generous introductions to me, Barbara Ostick, is completing her 10th year in her role as Senior Associate Dean of Degree Programs. And at least for now, she's not coming back next year, but she's going to have more fun as a faculty member. And so she's extra happy today and gave me an even better introduction than usual. So thank you, Barbara. It is my privilege now to introduce our keynote speaker for our commencement exercises. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce Julian Duncan. Julian is a native Houstonian, and he is no stranger to Rice. He is twice Rice, a double alumnus. He played football at Rice, defensive end, and majored in sport management and English. I'm pretty sure he would have been a business major if we had a business major back then, but we did not. In 2006, he earned his MBA, and his contributions to the Rice business community extend well beyond the classroom. As the co-founder and president of the Black Business Student Association, Julian played an instrumental role in fostering inclusivity, diversity, and empowerment amongst his peers. He has come back to speak at Rice many, many times in classes and at events about many lessons learned during his wonderful career journey. And what a career journey it has been. Julian played in the NFL in Europe and the Canadian Football League. He was a global brand director at Nike and Under Armour, promoting the brands of famous athletes, including some names you might know like LeBron James, Steph Curry, Serena Williams, and The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He was also Chief Marketing Officer and SVP of Social Responsibility and Impact with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And today, he is back home as Chief Marketing and Strategy Officer at your Houston Rockets. Julian's journey, yes, is a testament to the transformative power of education, hard work, and unwavering determination, and to the infinite possibilities that await each of you, the MBA graduates of Rice Business. Please join me in extending a warm Rice Business welcome to our graduate, a Rice graduate, and our 2024 commencement speaker, Julian Duncan.
You can do better than that. This is the Rice Business School. Let's go. Yeah. First of all, I give praise and honor to God, from which all blessings flow. I would be silly to think that my being here in this moment is just because I'm awesome. No, God is awesome, and I praise him for all that he's given me. I want to thank Rice University, the Rice business family, and their phenomenal leaders, President Reginald DeRoche and Dean Peter Rodriguez, for this unexpected honor and opportunity. And before we really get this thing popping, I want to acknowledge my inspiration and my motivation. My spectacular wife, Marie Antoinette, over there in the pink, to whom I often say from the bottom of my heart, I love you today more than I did yesterday. And to my amazing children, Sydney and Ace, over there as well. And to them, I often say, put your iPad down. Stop bothering each other. Go to sleep. But I also often say, you make me so proud, and Daddy loves you to no end. So you guys are all incredibly special to me. Thank you for being here with me today. So now that I got that out of the way, let's get to it. Rice Business Class of 2024, what's good? I hope you're proud of yourselves, because we are. Ain't that right, family and friends? We're proud of these guys, right? We're here to celebrate you. Just a couple of years ago, in the shadows of a global pandemic, you guys all summoned the courage to begin a new saga. Your own hero's journey, if you will. You answered the call to adventure. You joined a collective of like-minded dreamers in search of wisdom, knowledge, and experience from sage mentors, picked up new tools and skills. You were tested by and defeated all kinds of academic monsters and emerged triumphant on this auspicious day. What a story. Speaking of stories, one of my favorite stories comes from this show called Game of Thrones. Anybody, Game of Thrones? Just me? Okay. Well, on this show, there's this character named Tyrion Lannister. He's notable for his physical stature, his intelligence, a little bit of debauchery. And then once he mused to himself, he said, what unites people? Is it armies, gold, flags? No, it's stories. He said, there's nothing in the world more powerful than a good story. Nothing can stop it, and nothing can defeat it. I agree. Class of 2024, a compelling story is one of the most powerful weapons in your leadership arsenal. It can connect you to others, help you articulate your vision, get your marketing buddies to understand data a lot better, or even get investors to support your entrepreneurial dream. Your story can also inspire generations of Rice Business School rock stars, keep the school's rankings flying high, and then also light up your professors' faces with a whole bunch of smiles. Look how cute they are back here. As you prepare to pen the pages of this new chapter of your saga, I want to leave you with a couple of things to consider that can help you hone the blade of your story so that it cuts through and makes you stand out for all the right reasons. First, consider, what do you love to do? What connects to your soul on a visceral level? What's your passion? Listen, living life to the fullest, of which your career is a part, is a matter of urgency. We don't have enough time on this earth to justify doing something we don't enjoy or doesn't add value to our lives. You are minutes away from having that massive sheepskin degree in your hand, giving you leverage to call your shot with a career experience of your choosing. So why not choose the one that brings you joy and excitement? As a kid, I attended an all-black inner-city school. So I lost my spot. An all-black inner-city private school where students were assessed based on their traits and skills that they demonstrated on a daily basis. One kid was hailed as an artist, another kid was hailed as an engineer. I was branded a leader. And although leader wasn't as fun or as easy to internalize as artist, I felt a sense of pride in this moniker, and a seed was planted. During summer months, I would spend weekdays at my grandparents' house, which I loved doing because they had the best snacks and they had a really big TV. I loved watching TV. My love for TV was matched only by my dread of playing sports outside, which is crazy because I wound up playing football. Weird. But as I watched TV during the day, I began to notice patterns, specifically in advertising. I noticed that once the cartoons went off and the soap opera started, commercials shifted from being about G.I. Joe action figures and sugary cereals to household cleaning supplies and Calgon soap. I began to piece it together. Certain people watch certain things at certain times, and companies use marketing to connect with them and to sell them stuff. That was so cool to me, and it was another seed that was planted. Later, when I got to middle school, my PE coach told me to play football because I was kind of tall and kind of big. I blithely agreed, and remember, I hated going outside. After weird, multiple botched attempts at putting on a jockstrap and other equipment fails, I went to my first football practice, outside, in the heat, with 20 pounds of equipment on, and got absolutely crushed by an 8th grader. He hit me so hard that I thought my soul was leaving my body. Not to mention I couldn't stop dry heaving in the corner after post-practice conditioning. And even after that insane introduction to the game, I was hooked, and I rode the wave to the high school varsity team, to becoming a student athlete at Rice University, to playing football in NFL Europe and the Canadian Football League. Sport took me around the world and brought me joy. Another seed planted. Much later in life, I found myself at Rice Business School having a conversation with an advisor who asked me the question, "Why are you here?" And I said, "I'm trying to get to the bag. What are you talking about why I'm here?" And he said, "If that's your only reason for being here, you should reconsider your place." I was shocked. The advisor then kicked into mentor mode and said to me, "Once you earn this Rice MBA, you're going to be able to make money. But what you need to consider is making money doing something that you love to do, something that you're passionate about. Leadership, marketing, sport. Leadership, marketing, sport." All of a sudden, those seeds that were planted began to burst through the soil, and my passion was in full bloom. From that point on, the challenge became finding the opportunity that served as the best fit for me. And thanks to the rigorous training at Rice Business School, I was equipped to beat out hundreds of MBAs for a role in Nike's coveted marketing rotational program, which led to a 10-year career at the swoosh, followed by becoming the first Black chief marketing officer for an NFL football team, en route to returning home to Houston to serve as the chief marketing and strategy officer of my beloved Houston Rockets. Being encouraged and challenged to unearth those things that move me and tie them back into my career pursuits has been a major key in my story and has unlocked nearly 2 decades of career awesomeness. You have access to that same key. You only need to grab it and use it. Consider your next. Consider next your why. There's a quote that's often attributed to William Shakespeare that says, "Know thyself and to thyself be true," which can be the beginning of understanding one's purpose. When you get your arms around your purpose, the kaleidoscope of your life can sharpen into a clear and beautiful mosaic. The extra stuff falls away, leaving you with clear lines of sight into your journey. Getting there and unpacking this can start with just a simple question: where's the need? And how can I deliver against that? My best friend Jabari and I, we worked together at Nike for a decade, during which time, thanks to mentors, advocates, and the work that we put in towards showing up with excellence, we were blessed to be in leadership rooms that mid-level employees otherwise had no access to. We weren't always in those rooms at the same time, but we always had a shared experience of being the only black people in those rooms. We talked to each other about this and expressed our desire to transform the composition of these spaces. Time jumped to 2020. During the height of the pandemic, Jabari and I observed compounding events that disproportionately impacted black people in corporate roles. Not only were we not in those rooms, but we also suffered from higher unemployment rates than others. And for those that had jobs, many had to wrestle with the heightened racial tension that had our nation in a figurative and very literal chokehold. It's from this crucible a shared purpose poured out for Jabari and me: to provide mentorship for persons of color looking to accelerate their advancement in leadership roles in corporate spaces. And thus, 16 years after Jabari and I first found out why, that it manifested in the form of a service that we created called Monday Night Mentorship, which is now a collective 5,000 people strong who we serve through curriculum, content, community, transforming the complexion of leadership one mentee at a time. Now I want you to consider people, the humanity that's inherent within them, your coworkers, employees, bosses, family, friends, because behind every widget and financial statement is a person who deserves your respect, yearns for your leadership, and sometimes they just want a listening ear. Meeting people where they are with the intention to positively impact their lives may be the most important responsibility of a leader, above even the X's and O's that drive a business. My dad, John Duncan, we call him Pops, he's right over here in the black suit looking smooth. You don't have to clap for him yet. Maybe later. He's a multi-hyphenate creative who imparted many things to me. But one of the most poignant things is an appreciation of people and the importance of connecting with them to move them. See, Pops was a DJ back in the day, and he taught me all the tricks of the trade. How to scratch, all that kind of stuff, how to blend, how to rock a microphone. But the thing that resonates with me the most was his admonition to not get caught up in myself. Pay attention to the people. Observe the dance floor to connect with them, and I'd have the party jumping from beginning to end. Later, as I stepped into leadership roles, Pops circled back around to that advice. He similarly challenged me to observe, to connect with people, to understand everybody's roles in order to maximize my effectiveness as their leader. In both instances, he reminded me to keep it about the people, because as leaders, we're nothing without them. Now, the last thing I want you to consider, and probably the most fun, a story isn't a story if it doesn't have a happy ending. It's time to turn up, celebrate the wins, party. Don't be so tied up in the things that you do to forget to acknowledge your accomplishments, large or small. You're gonna work hard, you're gonna sacrifice to get those W's, but like our good friends from New York encouraged us back in the 80s,
you gotta fight for your right to party!
That's right. Listen. Be a source of energy that celebrates the wins, as well as the lessons that you learn from failure. They say that misery loves company, but you know what else loves company? Good energy, vibes. Back in the day when my parents used to party, they used to, call and response was a thing. So somebody in one corner would say, ooh, ooh, And then somebody in the other corner would say, exactly, energy, right? Nowadays, kids just say, hey, and then they just start doing whatever, right? But then think about like babies and toddlers. People celebrate everything with babies. Oh, you put the spaghetti on your cheek and not your head. Great job. But for some reason, as we get older, we fall away and we fall back from celebrating. Don't ignore or miss out on opportunities to be a party starter and a bringer of energy. Don't be afraid to be that one, because remember, a cheering stadium starts with one clap. And so in closing, class of 2024, on this day, your day, as you continue to craft your narrative, I charge you to chase down and tackle your passion. Dig deep to unearth your purpose. Be intentional with connecting with people in your spheres of influence. And bring the energy as you celebrate the wins and party with intention. I salute you. I'm rooting for you. And I have no doubt that you're going to use your stories to accomplish major things in this world and leave an impact on it. Congratulations. God bless you. Now go write your story.
That's a Rice Business grad right there. That was amazing, Jillian. Thank you so much. Your story is an inspiration to everyone in attendance today. So on behalf of the faculty and leadership of Rice University, let me just say how fortunate we are to have a double alumnus as thoughtful and giving and as insightful as you. Thank you, that was special. Standing on the dais today marks my 12th graduation ceremony at Rice University. Now that means that I've had 8 of them in May now and 4 in December. I consider myself kind of a veteran now, but 16 years ago, the very first time I spoke at any commencement, I remember being pretty fidgety and nervous. And so I went up to a veteran faculty member who looked totally calm and had done this before, and I said, hey, you got any advice for me? And he said, sure, 5 Bs. I said, 5 Bs? He said, yeah, remember the 5 Bs. I said, what's that? He said, be brief, brother, be brief. That was really good advice. And after a great rousing talk like that, I will adhere to that sage advice today and just be brief with a few comments before we get the show on the road and do what we're all here to do. First, I want you to remember this moment. For moments like these are rare and they pass quickly into the pace of everyday life. So take a moment right now and just feel the energy around you. Feel the people looking at you, thinking of you, keeping you in your heart. And remember that you are capable of achieving great things. Remember that you started something difficult and that you finished it, so that you will be brave enough to try something difficult again in the future. The world really needs you. It needs your talent, your vision, your tenacity. Do not shrink from any challenge in your future. We're counting on you not to do that. Second, I hope that your time at Rice proved to you that you can do hard things. And by the way, that's the design of our degree program, in case you were wondering. Our motto could be, at Rice, we take education very seriously. And that means that we expect a lot from you, and we should. Life has only a few really big, hard and fast rules, but one of those rules is that you get out of things what you put into things. And that's true whether it's your personal relationships, your health, your individual talents, your fitness, or your education. We ask you to put a lot into our MBA program precisely because it is our standard. It is our requirement. And our requirement is that you get so much out of it because you put so much into it. I hope that makes more sense to you now than maybe it did over the past 2 years, and more sense than in the future. I also want to tell you to remember to do one thing. Stay in touch with this group of people around you today. They really won't assemble again in this fashion. Get together in person on a regular basis if you can. Be the one who makes it happen, that calls the group together. You're going to need each other, and you will miss each other soon. Life has a way of slipping away while you think that you have all the time in the world ahead of you. You don't. None of us do. So make time for your classmates. They'll be happy you did, and so will you. Lastly, remember that you're here today because a lot of people took part in supporting you over the years, so find some way to pay it forward to some people. There are 1,000 ways to do that. Encourage someone to go back to school, and to come back to Rice would be nice. I'm sure someone did that for you in your past. Be good to teachers, all teachers everywhere, and support them at all levels, like the ones you had from the time that you were in elementary school all the way through your MBA. They helped you, they made you learn, they gave something to you. Help give something back to them anytime that you can. However you pay it forward, the benefits will accrue to that person and to you for a long, long time. One of my favorite quotes that works for a lot of occasions is from Warren Buffett. He said, "You know, there's some lucky person who's sitting in the shade today because there was some generous person who planted a tree 20 years ago." However you choose to do it, plant a tree, do something nice for someone, pay it forward for people you don't yet know, and help somebody successfully walk the wonderful path that you have just completed. The world needs that too. So that's it. Class of 24, on behalf of all the faculty at the Jesse H. Jones Graduate School of Business at Rice University, thank you for all that you have done for our school, and congratulations on this extraordinary accomplishment.
Thank you, Dean Rodriguez, and thank you, Julian. We are now arriving at the moment many of you are particularly enthusiastic about, the presentation individually walking across this stage of the degree candidates. As we proceed with the recognition of the degree candidates, I need to caution you. Clapping, cheering, hollering, hooting, and other related expressions of jubilation, of pride, and especially of relief that it is over, these are not only permitted, but they are encouraged. So I ask you, our graduates, along with your families, extended families, friends, and significant others, please celebrate with us on this most auspicious and notable occasion. In 1977, the Jones Graduate School of Administration, as it was known then, saw its first cohort matriculate, 23 students in the Master of Business and Public Management program. In 1985, this degree became the Master of Business Administration. Today, we celebrate 156 graduates in the full-time MBA program. George Andrews, Associate Dean of Degree Programs, will read the names of these graduates.
Sonam Adasani. Erin Awogene. Olabumi Arogene. Nabil Akhtar. Vanessa Alejandro. Bukola Aloba. Sean Anderson. Swetambari Urobolu. Carlos Aranda. Coyote Inela. Eshvarya Benore. Stephen Barletta. Nikki Bittenmeller. Leticia Bayege. Samira Bamabapati. Karthik Reddy Boomer ready, singer ready. Emil Benny. Orda Humaroon. Bo. Kurun Bobel. Gijem Bolabashi Alajatek. Pritham Bota. Anthony Buchek. Laura Casey. Sumala Chidala. Kevin Chu. Pritika Chowdhury. Catherine Komai. Nicole Conforte. Zach Creamer. Pranav Damle. Daniel DeReuter. Waridesh Desai. Jim DeWitt. Eleanor Donkor. Soma Shaker Dagaruju. John Dukes. Robert Dunbar. Christopher Frank. Derek Fry. Dana Gafir. Akaleshu Gogike. Richard Gordon. Janavi Goody. Aditya Gupta. Unjul Gupta. Chandan Gupta. Jocelyn Gutierrez. Tarek Hani Haikul. Jiwan Ho. Augustus Helper. Andrew Anderson Hesterly. Justin Hover. Ichu Huang. Sanober Hussein. Zachariah Esau. Ryan Jagelski. Simran Jasanhani. David Andres Harita Hinojosa. Shadid Chandra Kolyana Puram. Kovita Koneru. Mohan Kumar. Tushar Lakmani. Keenan Leishur. V. Lee. Juno Lee. Ray Lee. Heidi Lee. Shihan Liu. Rishabh Loray. Tarun Reddy Mabu. Soham Malik. Krishna Sharada Mani. David McLean. David Mera. Sunil Mehti. Adrienne Saman Miller. Sonia Miazano. Sohini Reddy Modusu. Matthew Morones. Mitra Meti Murthy. Andrew Myers. Ian Knobman. Monadise Kikalane Ogalano. Motanrayu Olak Doku. Ifunaya Olalemi. Xavier Alafant. Lee Oliver. Jose Arturo Panchenko Nunez. Luis Miguel Padilla. Jay Patel. Suni Patil. Diego Alvaro Pedrezas. Jacqueline Pena. Gabriela Perez. Bakar Parvas. Vikram Aditya Pilvilya. Pranav Prokal. Alexandra F. Post. Alok Priyadarshi. Nemo Quadri. Karina Rao. Akshay Ravendra Kumar. Reva Ravapati. Jonathan Ray. George Reeves. Ashley Rogers. Ryan Rosecrans. Sandeep Roy. Ayushi Sarawat. Rivon Anthony Sanchez Rodriguez Lee. Priyank Saxena. Limbinov Sharma. Ashwarya Sharma. Molly Sharif. Ashvita Shetty. Harpreet Singh. Shubham Singh. Aditya Singh Shakawat. Petru Song. Kaylin Speck. Chris Stillwell. Tiao Tien. Ahmed Ali Tipu. Cassandra Turner. Tapo Tuteja. Francesca Iningwe. Ross Urban. Isha Vashumpayan. Shaiwin Vasant. Dana Vasquez. William Joseph Vetter III. Ashvarya Varanki. Karen Verbowski. Mani Wuna. Ashley Ward. Emarude Williams. Akib Yakub. Sarah Yang. Derek Yenzer. Evan Yin. Aaron Yuen. Chris Zhou.
All right, thank you to the full-time MBA class of 2024. Congratulations. The Executive MBA program was established in 1998. Today, we celebrate 58 graduates. Thank you to Professor Beth O'Sullivan, now retired senior lecturer in management, for returning to read the names of this, your final cohort of MBA graduates.
Bana Alimalasetti. Deepika Awasti. Rajesh Balasubramanian. Marwa Bhatia. Vashali Bolvela. Brad Caldwell.
The mic closer to you. Mic closer to you.
Juan Calvo. Kirby Carroll. Diana Chekavili. Andrew Coit. Christy Cornelius. Vince Dawkins. Nathan Deal. Sachin Diora. Michael Dotson. Ward Dudley. Gautam Dovala. Adam Dice. Lavina Fernandez. Juan Fernandez Gonzalo. Troy Adam Fields. Lauren Gates. Shiva Gupta. Shazia Iqbal. Dinesh Kumar Jayachandran. Alexis Johnson. Subhash Kanan. Kevin Kim. Doyen Lawal. Ricky Lay. Romain Lemoyne, David Levy, Kenneth Jamal Mulak, Fabrizio Morasetti, Russell Morris, Ryan Mulvaney, Tracy Ning, William Odom, Ijama Onyanwa, Ravi Kumar Pakathali, Ankit Patel, Andriana Rivera, Jennifer Wolf Rogers, Ana Santros, Rebecca Schultz, Carlisle Small, Megan Sparacco, Hero Sultando, Hari Sunafram, Radha Tamisira, Michael Ting, Nathan Werner, Matthew Williams, and our MA Wright Award recipient, Daniel Williamson. Jonathan Wilson, Shalini Yadav, Sophia Yan,
Congratulations to our Executive MBA class of 2024. The Professional MBA Evening Program was established in 2006. Today, we celebrate 106 graduates. Thank you to Professor John Miles, Clinical Assistant Professor of Management, for reading the names of these graduates.
Shane Albers. David Aldridge. Brenda Paula Arguello McEwen. Jingjing Bai. Sarah Hanif Bulolgan. Glenn Ballard. Harvo Barazzi. Mike Barnard. Chris Binkley, I apologize. Derek Blewett. Jordan Boney. Michael Buchek. Brandon Burke. Itzel Diaz Cantu. Jessica Faith Carter. Emily Castillo. Pharaoh Charles. Jessica Chavez. Hanyun Cha. Eduardo de la Torre. Jonathan J. De Hoyos. Thank you. Christian Delouche. Ryan DePewitt. Jude Datar. John Dieterman. Amanda Diaz. Nico Dodd. Holly Ann Margaret Dunn. Tan Duong. David Paul Dupre. Chadima Ajim. How you doing, man? Silver and Yina. Amr Estefan. Ayodeji Ferreira. Kareem Futso. Clay Fuller. Valerie Galvan. Denny Garcia. Stephanie Garcia. Claudia German. Samuel Gisaki. Kyle Gonsalves. Fahad Gulzar. Esan Hashmani. Alberto Erejon Lavarieta. Tuba Jahangir. Srivatsa Joyce. Colin Jurek. Fahim Khalifa. Emma Ann Johnson Connett. David Braden Kugler. Angela Lawrence. Dan Lazar. Ko Yao Lee. Da Wei Liang. Ashwin Lohatakshan Parambath. Clayton McCalla. Karine Macias. Ana Manshia. Sina Noridia. Victor Matthew. Kimberly McCormick. Jimmy McLean. Donish Momin. Hui Nguyen. Jonathan Wogu. Alex O'Brien. Samuel O. David Palmer. Tom Harris Pappas. William PQ. Allison Pelzel. Villani Fernando Pereira. Eric Perez. Peter Pham. Kristen Potts. Michael Rogers. Kirby Ross. Samir Rostein. Jenna Saleh. I'll do it. Gustavo Sanchez. Sadai Sanchez Guerrero. Jessica Sheps. Zavish Sullivan. Fernando Sierra Ibanez. Alex Scufati. Scott Snodgrass. Marco Solarte. Andrea Nikki Suarez, the M.A. Whitewright Award recipient. got another picture. So hold on just a second. Wen Chi Sun. You doing that? McKinley Trusclair. Akil Umatia. Enemesit Crystal Usoro Rarinze. Saher Hushmani Vade. Leticia Velasquez. Kritika Venugopal, I apologize. Jonathan Verswaver. Ismias Vilchis. Shuo Wang. Zeten Wang. Donicia Williams. Andrew Wynn. Arshad Zambayev.
Congratulations to the Professional Evening MBA program. The Professional MBA Weekend program was established in 2008. Today we celebrate 59 graduates. Thank you again to Professor John Miles for reading the names of these graduates.
Keenan Abraham. Susie Aguirre. Ann Brewston Albertson. Nick Anderson. Carla Arriaga. There we go, I apologize. Umut Aibar. Mark Puskovich. Sarah Cannon. Gurpreet Chahal. Jennifer Chang. John Schweenard. Daniel Collins. Mario Cordova. Ryan Dempsey. Derek Dillard. Monisha Edwin. Misty Failer. Jerica Givens. Jessica Hansen. Madison Hess. Wesley Hong. Haley Howe. Daniel Huang. Raul Jimenez. Daniel Johnson. Will Ketzer. Jasper Knighton. Bolutife Kolawole. Nita Kutikundatil. Sean Laneve. Febby Matthew. Brittany Meckler. Katie Miranda. Brandon Morris. Max Moxley. Josh Mrozak. David Murphy. Nellen Walbussi. Harold Olaja Vargas. Lina Osorio. Chidozie Osweke. Gabriel Pedigo. M.A. Wright Award recipient Ben Provenza. He's got it. Diraj Perswani. Dr. Amruta Ravan. Alexandra Reed. Caitlin Sivell. Karen Snyder. Eric Springman. Gabrielle Trad. Alexis Weaver. Nate Weiss. Elizabeth M. Windler. Kayla Rose Wright. Rimsha Zaki. Michael Zimmerman.
Congratulations to our professional MBA weekend program graduates. The MBA at Rice program was established in 2018. Today, we celebrate 51 graduates. Thank you, Professor Leanne Butler, Lecturer in Management, for reading the names of these graduates.
Sanjan Ahmed. Omar Cantu. Kelly Christian. Victor Cisneros. Stefan Cavanos. Michael Paul Kokonos. Imran Khan. Zoraida Cordoba. Mary Narisa Maria Fagans. Bavesh Gavi. Elizabeth Garrett. Faye Lee. Aubrey Love. Mao Jianjun. Anthony Miano. Kiran Nashad Ali. Tu Win. Peter Felix Palachi V. Donovan Preston. Roberto Ramirez. Delina Roper. Sean Song. Sriram Sukumaram. An Tran. Valeria Villafranca. Teresa Wong. And Tyler White.
We did it! This completes the graduation of the Rice University MBA class of 2024. What the heck? We thank you for the contributions you have made during your time at Rice and the contributions you will continue to make in your professions and in your communities. We wish you all great success. Please join us for one final round of applause for the Jones School MBA class of 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, as we conclude the ceremony, we ask that those on the platform exit first, graduates will exit after the platform party, and guests are welcome to exit the auditorium after the graduates have recessed completely. Will the audience please stand if you are able and remain standing until the academic procession leaves the building. Thank you and congratulations. It's a wrap.